Good evening, everybody. It's Ken with Design at Scale. And today, we're going to design a tripod phone holder. Stay tuned. It's kind of a chilly night. I've got the fireplace going. I want to stay inside in the Silver Space Twinkie and do some drawing with you. We're going to sketch out a really simple phone holder for my tripod. Now, my phone has a case on it, and it's a rounded case. So we need to do a little bit of measuring. So we'll need a ruler, and we have to do some drawing. So we'll need a black marker and some paper. So this is my tripod. Hope you're getting a good view of this. It's kind of dark in here. It mounts my existing camera on top of this small tripod. And the way this works is that this pin pulls out. I can pull the camera itself off, and the camera has that connector on it. So the pin slides through that, and there's a 3-prong connector on here with a nut on it to screw that throdded rod on. What I would need to do is put the 2 prongs that you see on the bottom of this, I can just measure those, and put them onto here. So this connects onto that. I think what I'll do is put it on the front like this and move this piece to the front so that when I 3D print this, I can print it so that this face is on the base plate and I don't need to worry about extra supports somewhere else along the line. Or I could put this down here, but I don't really want all the weight distributed that way. So I'll redraw that and show you what I mean. As you can see, I have added most of the dimensions of my new tripod phone holder. I do want to know what the height of this will be. So I want to know if this is 0.5 inches thick. We look at my phone. What would a decent height be? And if I hold it like this, over here is the camera. It's 3 inches tall. So I'd say 1 inch should hold that pretty well, especially with rubber bands around it. I might as well go 1 inch and a quarter, just to add a little bit of height. So I know the height from here to the bottom of this is 1 inch and a quarter. I want probably 1/4 of an inch thick on this base plate to keep it pretty strong. 1/8 of an inch should do. I'll keep that 1/8 of an inch. And then the height of that is, it's approximately 1/2 inch. So I said this height will be 1.5 inches. The height of the base plate will be 1/8 inch. And the height here is 1/2 inch. Okay, so 1/8 of an inch, I've got to figure that out in decimal. It should be 1 divided by 8 equals 0.125. So let's call that 0.125 inches. If we add 1.5 to 0.5 inches, we get 2 inches here plus 1.25 inches. So that's our dimension there. Alright, now I know everything that I need. I'll pull this piece back off. I'll use that as a reference for my final drawing. Take this off. I'm going to draw this at larger than life size. I'm going to keep that like this. I want to counterbalance the phone. I'll bring those little holders down here. And when I have a curved surface like that, the other side has to be curved too. Now, I have to put the place in for the pin to go through, and for those other teeth to connect. I want to take this up what looks like 1.5 inches. Half-inch wide. This is not drawn to scale. Again, I could easily draw this to scale, but I'm going to 3D model it. So as long as I have my dimensions on here, it won't really matter. Remember, I'm placing those cutouts for the, I'll go straight across there. So those cutouts for the rubber bands are in there. A rubber band will strap over top of the phone on each of these sides and just connect all the way around. Now, if I want to, I'll make it a little more durable by rounding these edges over. And I'm going to draw on here what's called a profile. I'm just darkening all the way around the outside edge so it's easier to see. Great. So I have everything that I need here, except for the dimensions. So, what you draw dimensions on to a drawing is to create these lines that show what you're measuring, 3.75 inches. The entire width of this is 1.5 inches. And the width of this, the inside, is 0.5. This entire width is 0.75 inches. Now, what else do I need? I need the height. So, this is the tallest point. This is the lowest point. So I draw my lines over. And it's 2.125 inches. Again, I want to detail all of this. Now, from the bottom to the top, because I'm adding this lip in, one thing I could do actually is cut this down a little bit, which means I can cut this down, which means I can take away from, I can take that 1/8 of an inch away, because now the 1.5 only has to sit here and the 0.5 goes here. So that's actually 2 inches now. That's 1.5 inch on the inside. And again, 0.5 inches. I still need this to be up, so I was wrong. 2.125 inches. And this is still going to be 1.5. Alright. I think we're good to go on this. Once I get my laptop back, I can 3D model and 3D print this.